You ever finish a build in Minecraft and just don't love it? Yeah, that happened to me. I built this tower to overlook the gravel pit using copper and spruce, and it looked decent, but something was off. So I scrapped it and rebuilt it using a design from a creator I really admire, named Picklebuzz. It was the best decision I could have made. I'm going to show you how rebuilding and even copying from builders you respect can actually make you a better builder yourself. Survival time with Busta! Okay, I'm back. I chopped a tree. For some reason, all the trees that grew were super ugly. Like, look at that. Look at that. Now that looks a little better. Anyway, I'll have to chop these down. But I did a little bit of work here. As you can see, I made it just a little bit more appealing. And I added some stone bricks and some stone brick stairs. And then some path blocks. The way you do this is really easy. You just right click with a shovel and it makes a little path block. So you can make it look a little bit worn down. It also gives a little bit of more depth dimensionally. Yeah. I'm going to show you something with this. This is all the same material, but I'm going to show you a little trick here. And that is using stone. I'm going to make a few stone stairs, and then I'm going to use a few just regular stone. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it up a little bit using variations in material. And I'll show you that this looks, to me, I think it just looks a little bit better to have it broken up a little bit like this. And you'll especially notice it. Let's see, let's do one here. This is a wandering trader. You're getting in the way of my instruction, Mr. Wandering Trader. Yeah, huh? But yeah, just getting rid of the solid sameness of the bricks. And as you can see, it just kind of varies it up a little bit. And it's nice. It looks nice. I really like this technique. So it doesn't look all the same. Now we can take this, make a little different stair by the angle of where I put it, and maybe just maybe this and this. Yeah. All right, this is a wandering trader. Have I even done a wandering trader in this world? I don't even know. Okay. What does he do? He just ho-hums around, but he wants to trade. He will give me 3 emeralds for a spider eye? I don't have that. I have spider eye, but not fermented. Blue ice. Cherry log. None of this is really worth much. Most often people murder him. And what that does is that gets you leads. He's spitting at me. But I got a lead. A lead is a leash, a lead, a leash. They're good. They're nice for moving things around like cows and stuff. There's another one. Yep. Yes, I murdered a guy. It's part of the game, okay? I don't know. I don't understand this game. It is what it is, okay? Now that I have stuff cooked up, I love using stone and bricks. It's cooked up some stone. I'm gonna use my copper. All right, I have a bunch of copper here. Wow, look at all that. That's pretty neat. This is not really organized. I'm trying to kind of keep things in similar spaces, but it's not organized yet. It's really kind of a mess, to be honest. I'm going to show you what you can do with some copper here. Now, first thing you need to do is you need to create copper blocks. Now that you have copper blocks, if you have a stone cutter right here, you put a copper block in, you can make a bunch of these. You can make a bunch of these. Cut copper slab. Let's make some of these because they're cool. Make a few of these. And some stairs. We have all these variations of blocks. I'm going to need more copper. I'm afraid I'm going to need more copper. We're going to see. Because I want to make up here a copper. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're going to need more copper. Do we have any more? Oh boy, we have more. That's good. Let's see what we can do with this. Up here, I want to use copper. And maybe it's too much copper. I don't know. You can mix and match. What I want to do some fun here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a crafting table here so I can do a few things. First thing I want to do is I kind of want to extend this here. So I'm putting upside down stairs to make it kind of look like a lip. All right, I'm going to get rid of these trapdoors. Maybe I'll put them back. Who knows? But for now, I'm getting rid of them. Now, I did go into a creative world. Just tried out some ideas. That is always a nice thing. Builders do this, I think, more than I do it. Is to get into a creative world and get an idea of what you want. One of the reasons I wanted to use copper is because copper has this cool mechanic of oxidizing. And right now, it's all bright orange. But over time, it starts to fade and turn a little bit brownish and greenish. And then when it's fully oxidized, it's green. And so it's an interesting block. It's the only block of the game that does this. And boom. I'm going to need more of these. I came up with a little design that looks like this. Yeah, this is my attempt at sort of a roundness. It's not going to be round. But it's just a little bit of a variation. Probably going to need some temporary blocks here. Alright, now I'm going to start building a roof up. And like I said, as circular as I can. Using mostly slabs. Just coming in one. I used that one temporary block so I could place a slab. And then just kind of making my way around. Somewhat round the corners. Again, round is tricky in Minecraft. Actually, I think I'm going to do, instead of those, I'm going to do some of these. So it'll kind of act like a skylight. For the next layer. There. Isn't that neat? And then finally, this. Okay. I think that's my roof. I'm going to get hurt here. I'll jump on this roof. That wasn't too bad. Let's head on up there. Alright, here's the temporary block. Get rid of you and you. I'm going to use these stairs now to act as kind of a trim. And if you turn a corner, isn't that nice? Kind of makes that corner trim. Ah, that looks cool. Now, I'm not totally certain about these pillars. In fact, let's try wood. If you take an iron ingot, you can turn it into nuggets, 9 per ingot. And then you can turn these nuggets and ingots into chains. Kind of a cool item. Very decorative. Also, my favorite light is a lantern right there. And you can take your chain and your lantern, put your chain on the bottom of a block, and then you put your lantern on the chain. It's such a nice little light. I don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah, I don't love it. Let's go murder some people with our dogs. Dogs are going to help us here. Going to protect us. Oh, pillagers, they want to fight. They don't know I have a fleet of dogs. Let's get them, dogs. Oh, I need my shield. Good job, dogs. Okay, so here's some advice from Busta Lime. As you remember, I built this thing and I was not totally thrilled with it. It looked okay. As you can see, I went through different renditions, tried different options, but was never quite satisfied. So what I ended up doing is actually stealing some ideas from a builder named Picklebuzz. He's a content creator. I asked him for permission to use this, and I basically copied the top of a tower that he built in one of his Let's Play episodes. I highly recommend you check out his stuff. He's got great content, he's a great builder. Go check out his stuff. But the point I want to make also is that if you don't like what you've done, it's fine to change it, and it's also fine to emulate the people that you admire and copy their stuff essentially. Of course, you know, I'm giving credit to Picklebuzz. I asked for permission. He said go ahead and use it. So I'm using it. Shout out to him. And I really like the way this turned out. For me, it's just perfect. It's a tower that overlooks the gravel pit. It's going to be a nice little home base thing, and it's going to work for my intentions. I also love this little antenna at the top. It makes it look a little bit more modern. It's just a nice fit for the vibe we've got going. And don't worry, there's more. In the dumbest way ever, I died. Oh my gosh. I decided I'm gonna jump on a creeper. I jumped on a creeper. And I died because I jumped on a creeper. Why would I jump on a creeper? I have no idea. Must have been playing for a while. This is why I don't do hardcore, because hardcore is for people that can concentrate on not dying, and I just don't. Yeah, I'm back to 7 levels. Unfortunately, I need 30 levels to really get some good enchantments, and I have 7. But anyways, let's look at this thing. Let's be happy, because look, this tower is cool. Thank you, Picklebuzz. I'm going to credit you. I'm going to credit you in my description, and right now I'm crediting you. Look at that. Is that cool? It's cool. And I'm going to, you know, work on some interior, but I love the little details like that little antenna and these are iron bars that you can make. I've used up a lot of my iron now with all the hoppers, and I've gone through several axes to get all this wood. But let's have a look up here. Not much to see in here. A little place to sleep, and this cool rail. I can't walk off. It looks like I can, but I can't. It's kind of a floating, these are fence gates. They're a really cool looking rail, and it's very open feeling, and you can see out over into the pit, and you can see that horse over there who really wants to be my friend, and those guys who don't want to be my friend. What's with pillagers lately? Anyway, I have a tower. I hope you like it. That creeper. You and your creepiness. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna... Let's get away from this creeper. He's after me. Did you see him? He was hiding. Yeah. Get away. Get away from my tower. Also, I'm excited about the copper because it's gonna age. It's gonna go green. Why? I accidentally shifted. Dang it. Ugh. Okay. I hate creepers because of that. And they killed me. So let's fix this creeper hole and let's call it a day. How do I do it? 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. That's my circle. Okay, we have a tower. Yahoo! You like it? Tell Picklebuzz you like his tower. Go subscribe to him. Making that thing look mediocre at best. There's an episode for you. Survival time with Busta Lime. I hope you're enjoying this. Please leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see me do. If you have questions about Minecraft, please ask them because I will answer. See you later. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Survival time!